I don't think that it is necessarily Ken that must really drive the process. So I still stick with the point that I made almost 5-6 months ago, that the position of the finance minister has become untenable, and he must either go or be dismissed by the president.
Do you share the view of a section of the public, including some journalists, that this was all contrived? It was a political game, and it was not intended to achieve the outcome that it should have?
But we cannot deny the politics of it. The way the country is run sometimes is purely on partisan lines. That is quite clear. But there's also, or there was a process constitutionally that the finance minister went through, and that also we must acknowledge. So there is a constitutional process, but ultimately the outcomes of that constitutional process was a political outcome, and both of them go in a way hand in hand. But I indicated to you a few moments ago that you could even see from the posturing of the committee and the direction of the questions and some of the interventions that were being made that, look, it was going to come to a point that the finance minister would be let go, and that vote of censure would pretty much come to naught. And we all saw that in the deliberations. I mean, to the point that even some of the issues about the oil funds and GMPC and not, and things that from where some of us said was quite obvious, became subject to back and forth, and then even the vault issue of taking money to fund the cathedral, etc., where I don't see, or many people don't see it necessarily as an emergency. Nonetheless, we still went ahead to fund that. It was very clear, really, following the deliberations, that there were some grounds in some of the claims, but ultimately it's a political process, and the politics cannot be discounted.